Hi everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video on the new Bose Sleepbuds II. These are the second generation product from Bose. They're designed for using when you're trying to fall asleep. These are not headphones, so they do not stream music or audio from your phone. One of the things that Bose had to do with the Sleepbuds in order to get the small form factor and the all-night battery life, they actually have the sounds playing locally from the Sleepbuds themselves. So those sounds are actually stored on internal memory within the Sleepbuds rather than streaming music. The Bose Sleepbuds 2 are the first product that I've used to put in my ears to try and sleep. I actually generally don't do fairly well with things in my ears or around my head when I'm sleeping, so I've never tried over-the-ear headphones, and regular earplugs are not great for me. So I'm curious to see how these are going to work and whether they'll work for me as a pretty light sleeper. So just starting off with the case, it's a fairly high quality case. You can see it's this brushed metal look to it. And to open the case, you just slide up. It has this really nice feeling sliding mechanism. Bose, I think, did a very good job. It has this little spring-loaded action. So if you're a fiddler, then you might actually enjoy playing with the case as well. The Sleepbuds themselves, you can see, sit inside the case. They are attached magnetically, so if you pull one out, you can see there's these magnetic contacts on the back. So there's the charging contacts, those three little dots, as well as that magnet, that metal bar in the case. On the case is also a couple different lights. So first you have those 5 dots in the middle. Right now only 3 are lit up. That's the battery status of the case itself. And then the pulsating white lights here are for the actual Sleepbuds, so that indicates that they are currently charging. The Sleepbuds themselves are fairly small. That's the entire point of the product, right? They fit my ear fairly well. I have pretty small ear canals, so I may end up changing these ear tips out. This is actually the default number 2, and they felt pretty good when I tried them out earlier. But Bose also does include these other options. They have a larger number 3, as well as a smaller number 1. So if you have larger, smaller ears, likely one of those options will work for you. The earbuds themselves are pretty high quality. They feel relatively solid. They're not particularly heavy, they're not really light, they're just they feel like they should. I'm not really worried about breaking them or anything, especially because these like silicone, the wing as well as the tips are pretty flexible, so I don't feel like I'm ever going to break the earbud if I'm rolling around my hand or if it falls out at night. One other thing that Bose did was they included a anti-friction coating on the outside. So one common complaint of the version 1 Sleepbuds was that when a side sleeper kind of moved their head on the pillow, the outside here, which is exposed to the world, would rub on the pillow, and it would transfer sound into the person's ear and waking them up. So what Bose has done with Generation 2 is added an anti-friction coating, so we will see how that actually works. If you are coming from the Sleepbuds Generation 1, they had quite a few problems, and Bose has, I think, done a very good job with customer service. I did not personally own the Sleepbuds version 1, but a common complaint had to do with the battery life. The Sleepbuds version 1 used actually a different kind of battery. It was kind of an experimental thing for Bose, and it turns out it didn't work very well. The longevity of the battery was not great, and so customers had to replace the actual Sleepbuds themselves multiple times. If you still have your Sleepbuds V1, Bose has a recall program for them, and they are also offering for some customers to just directly swap out for a version 2. So if you do actually like the Sleepbuds themselves, then what you can do is contact Bose customer support and see if they'll go ahead and just replace them with a version 2 for you. The Sleepbuds version 2, I think, is, based on what I've seen, pretty much an improvement across the board compared to version 1. Even though the listed battery life is actually lower than the version 1, the Sleepbuds V2, I believe, are 10 hours. Overall, I think the features for the Sleepbuds have really been refined compared to the first gen. Like I said, I haven't actually slept with these yet. I just received them today. I bought them actually from Best Buy. Best Buy had a in-store pickup option for the 16th, and they actually got there a little bit early. If you go to the Bose site right now, I believe it says 3 weeks. So there's some customers that pre-ordered on day one and still don't have theirs from Bose. So if you are looking to get these sooner rather than later, you can always check another store like Amazon or Best Buy. I'll go ahead and do a follow-up once I actually try these out, because like I said, I just opened them up. I haven't actually tried sleeping with them yet. I will give my impressions as kind of like a light sleeper, somebody who lives in the middle of a city. So I live pretty close to a major road, and there's always traffic noise, especially when there's rain. You can hear the tires on the wet pavement, which keeps me awake in the mornings when people are commuting to work. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these work, and I will post a video update.